What is going on, guys? We're going to be jumping into a solos versus quads today, guys. I'm a 5KD Warzone player, and my goal is to coach you through my mindset today, talking through each decision. Guys, there's no VPN in my lobbies. I'm going to be playing against very sweaty players. I might not even win the game or get close to winning the game, but the hope here is that you can take something from my decision making and how I'm challenging gunfights versus multiple different opponents. All right, so let's get right into it. All right, so let's jump right in. So my thought process here is straight off the bat, I'm actually going to be looking at the back of the plane to see how many people jump out and the directions they jump out. The thing I'm paying attention to is the top right corner where it shows how many people are actually jumping out of the plane, and then the direction of where the plane is actually going. So we see a lot of people jumping out right now, but I want to get in a fight more towards Cargo or Old Town, so I might take one of these next groups of people that drop out, like right about probably now. So there should be a decent group that's going on over here. I'm not going to worry too much about landing on one specific person, but you see how high I am above these people, so I can see where majority are going. All right, so we see a bunch of people. Is there a most wanted over here that they're going for? Potentially. There's also some guys right down there. I'm also intentionally not landing in a hot spot. The lobbies are very sweaty today, so our goal is to hopefully land on a spot with a gun. We're very close to a gun soon. All right, so that's first kid. So as you can tell by that kid's name, his team's probably pretty good. So we got that guy. Oh, we almost end up getting killed by this kid. I'm gonna try to go through because I believe he can parkour to me. So we're gonna just try to grab a gun really quick.
Holy shit, that guy's sweaty as a bitch. Oh, you bitch.
Got him down, baby. Got him down. All right, so there's a kid behind me as well. So this is getting a little bit dangerous because I hear multiple people running around. I heard somebody jump down behind me. Just going to kind of hold the pre-aim, but I do need to plate up. So I'm going to kind of focus on plating up really quickly and kind of staying alive in this area. So, all right. So we know that there is one more team here because of the previous information that we have. So what I'm going to do is actually climb this really quick so that I can get on top of the roof and then kind of look down and see what is going on. So we see another team over there if we're looking at the mini-map. Let's see if there's another guy below me somewhere. He is. And I only knew that because somebody killed somebody right below me and he didn't move. I didn't hear any audio for moving. All right, so there is a guy above me. Gonna go and jump on up really quick. All right, so we got him down, but I cannot challenge his teammate, and I also hear somebody in here, so I do have to be careful. Cannot tell if that's on my floor or on the floor above me. Just gonna assume it's the floor above me, but I'm gonna try to get my top positioning so that I can maybe get that full kill. Odds are I won't be able to. All right, so we got him. I was not I was not able sorry, I was not able to get that full kill, but I do know that he is in here, and now we got two of these kids down.
Oh, you're
Man, that's so funny, bro. So what are these kids using? Laser beams? Sorry, guys. All right, so now we end up seeing this kid flying on over there with the parachute. So far, we got 7 kills. We found the bodier people in the lobby, which is quite nice. And we do just see this kid just running out in the open, which is an absolute blessing. You see how I'm utilizing height right now and how I'm keeping positioning and just literally just holding it the entire time, and how I wasn't quick to give up height, but I was always quick to hop back on and just go back up. So that's something that can really benefit you, is like just continue to keep making your play style, like taking height, jumping down, taking height, jumping down. It's just a really good way of playing. All right, so now what my thought process is I'd love to go to a balloon or take a vehicle to see if I can find where the next group of people are. I have 8 kills, but I got absolutely 0 cash from that. So like, while I could go and loot up, there are also people right over here. So I did hear somebody from this direction, and there's a hidden cache right there, but I won't be able to get it. So these guys will most likely push me out right now. So I'm going to try to just get on top here really quick, and then stay on up here just in case they do decide to push me out right here. All right, so we do see that they are on top of that building right over there. I don't see exactly where, but he is shooting me from there. And then So my goal right here is I can't shoot this kid or challenge this kid, but I can close the gap and get close to him. All right. So I'm just gonna try to grab this really quickly. I hear this guy. So we got this kid down. All right. Now let's go grab that UAV really quickly. And then we're gonna stow that really quick. All right, so we're in a pretty good spot. We can go and buy one gun, which could help. I don't believe there's going to be more than, yeah, a few guys here. So, you know, hindsight is 2020. I learned from making my mistakes in my own gameplay, and I just correct it the next time. So right there, I probably should have waited, maybe found a portable balloon or gotten close to some sort of transportation before going out of my way to pop that UAV. Because even though I can find this one kill that's right here, it might only be one, whereas if I was near a balloon, I could find 5. So there is this guy in here.
Inbound, marking a new safe zone.
We got him down. He just bought his teammate back. I'm not going to be worried too much about his teammate because odds are he's going to go out of his way to go and regain right now. So my thought process is let's go and grab the loadout, and then we're going to go and again try to go and find a balloon or a portable balloon to then go and rotate out of this area. Sometimes when you're absolutely slaying out in one area, it's good for you just to kind of change it up, go to a different area. Even if you know there are people there, I find that my games last longer and I have a higher higher average kills whenever I'm like I don't stay in just one spot. All right, so for right now, this is going to be the best balloon for me to go and hit. So let's go and push on over towards that. So you don't even need a UAV whenever you're utilizing a balloon because every balloon leads you to another balloon. So right here will lead you to right there, which will lead you to right there, which will lead you to right there. And in that time, you're going to be able to find another player in that area. A UAV just shows you how you can find those people a lot quicker, and also how you can land a little bit better. Because you're not as reactive. You can plan ahead just a little bit. So I see this going down this mortar, and then I also see this right on over here. So I'm actually going to go and land down with these people over here. See this kid landing on me. He ends up full dying, and I see this guy. So he ends up moving. Whoa. I'm glad that I was able to get out of that alive. We have another guy shooting at me over here. All right, so we do hear one kid below me, so I gotta be careful because he will jump up on me. All right, so that's 2 of them, and you see by their names, Kota and Obi, it's not like Harry Winkle 456, that they're pretty decent. These kids are pretty decent. So with that information, I do gotta challenge this differently. So this is another guy. All right, they are buying back, and I do not like that because then I can get landed on. So I do have to be a little bit careful right now. We do hear another guy below. Sounds like he is on this balcony, maybe. All right, later, Mr. Iridescent. I'll see you freaking later. All right, we probably had somebody land back on us, but that's okay. My goal is to kind of reposition right here because of that. Typically, that's what's going to happen is in a solo quads. Whenever you're fighting against a really good team, you have to make the quick decision to go and reposition because you're going to get in that situation where their team is going to land on you. Now, those guys probably have around a 2 over to a 4 KD somewhere in that line. And because they're pretty good, I don't want to be challenging very high KD players over and over again. It just doesn't make sense. So we should have gotten out of that a little bit sooner, and I even learned from that in that situation. So we stay on the head glitch, just gun that kid down. He just walked into those bullets. Bro took it like a man. Bro took it like a man. All right, so now we got $7,000. Again, my goal is to go and get a redeploy token, or a gulag token rather. So I'm going to try to find an area that's pretty good, which is also pretty close to a balloon. Let's see if this balloon ends up landing there. That looks like it's going to go. So I think I am not going to go to this one. I'll go to this one. Now, the only thing is I took a little bit too much time right there to make that decision. I honestly should have been a little bit more impulsive on where to go, just because it can be a little bit dangerous if you don't take the time to make that decision. So we do have a submachine gun, so I'm gonna buy an assault rifle. I typically buy the opposite of the gun that they give me in the gulag, just so that I do have 2 decent guns. So now we're just gonna kind of do a little bit of looting, and then we're going to push on over towards the action. So I saw mortars over there. I saw a redeploy drone. So all of that gives me information, and that allows me to be able to kind of create a narrative. And I have this understanding now that there are definitely going to be people somewhere around there. All right. So I'm not going to be afraid to kind of just do a little bit more looting. A lot of these videos that you guys are going to watch me, I honestly do the least amount of looting probably out of all of your favorite Call of Duty content creators. But that's because I'm very kill heavy. I would kill oriented. I try to loot bodies rather than boxes. It's just something that I do a lot, but there is a time and a need for it. All right, so now my thought process is I'm gonna go and push up to the top of the building because I want to be able to have positioning if there are guys that are around this area. I want to just get a glimpse of potentially the people that are in the area and whatever is going on. So I don't see anything so far, which is pretty good. Now I'm just gonna kind of dive jump on over. We're gonna check this out. I am looking for kills in this area, so I'm trying to be aggressive. If you don't like a certain POI, like sometimes people don't like these kinds of POIs, like you could just avoid it, but sometimes it's good to like just push on through these areas and check them out a little bit. So we got 2 redeploy balloons, which is beautiful, and there's a little bit of loot up here. Now since everything is so clustered, I'm really going to focus on grabbing all this loot, and then we're gonna go and we're gonna push on into downtown. I'm probably not gonna utilize this bunker key card, even though I could. I do see that there is a guy down there. He looked like he was being shot at from somewhere, but I cannot figure that out. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go down and hit the buy station and grab a gun, and then I'm gonna throw down my redeploy balloon and we're gonna push towards a direction. So we do see this kid, which gives us a clue that potentially there are people over in this area, and then there's also people right there. So I'm actually gonna go and land on this team right here. This might be a little bit compact and intense of a fight, but I'm gonna try to land here and then third party because there's a lot going on.
Uh-oh, right here on me. On me, right here.
All right, we gotta move. So my goal is going to be to get to height right now so that I can make a decision on what to do next. Beautiful shots. Oh, it's Lawlet. Very good player. So let's see if I can get out of this. That is not a smoke grenade.
You got gas inbound. Safe zone.
He jumped off by purple mark.
Dropping into the AO.
Son of a bitch.
Alright. So I'm gonna play this pretty slowly right now. Very good player in the lobby. That ended up downing me right there. So we're gonna kind of play this a little bit slow. I'll probably utilize this balloon here in a little bit. But I'm crouch walking a little bit so they cannot hear my footsteps. Okay, so that was him. So I'm gonna try to go across now. Alright, so we see this guy inside the building. We're actually going to push below this team because so it allows me to distance myself from this fight. Now, I want you guys to pay attention to something. I'm not stressed about rotating right now because I can just throw down this portable balloon. So there's a whole team above me. I don't really want to fight this now. And I made that decision pretty quickly because it just does not look like an easy fight for me. So I'm going to try to push myself across, give myself a safe balloon spot to where I'm able to go and kind of get out of this area. So we're going to throw this, that is a good player. Beautiful shots. Beautiful shots. GG's right there. GG's right there. So he pushed me on out and just got super aggressive. So now we're going on back into the gulag. Now, as you can see, these lobbies are very sweaty. So right now I'm holding my own versus a lot of high skilled players. I mean, that guy had a top 500 World Series Warzone qualification. So there's some very high skilled players and very sweaty players. So this is really good. As you can see, now I have a static SMG. Gives me a really good opportunity to win this gulag and then also be in a pretty good position as I go back on into the game. All right, so now my thought process is I have 20 kills. I'm gonna try to hunt for the 30 right now. I do see a team that is buying stuff and right on over there, and this is actually my least favorite zone. Typically this is the most campy zone. It's also a really hard zone as a solo. So what I'm gonna try to do is stay alive for right now. That's going to be the first goal. Stay alive. So we're going to go and we're going to land here. Odds are there is no loot here. I would not have landed here if I did not get shot. So, oh, that is actually perfect. We have a plate box, which is honestly very big lifesaver. So we have a few options right now. I do not need that flare. We have a few options right now. My thought process is let's go and wait for the loadout that ends up dropping, and in the meantime try to position myself near a balloon where I can go and fly to it. So there's most likely, and I'm making this assumption, most likely going to be a team right here. There almost always is. So I'm gonna go and try to just do this very quickly, and the balloon or the loadout should drop here in like 1 moment. All right, now we're gonna go and fly on through, and as you can see, the buy station was going to that building exactly where I talked about that I thought that there were guys. So knowing like what are popular POIs and spots is very, very helpful. Okay, so we did get shot at. Sniper might be good for this zone, but I don't have the ammo for it. Let's see, I have 8. Nope, not the zone for me to challenge that. All right, so now I got a portable radar right on over here. We're in pretty good spot. We got 20 kills. I'm not going to try to force anything. A lot of craziness is about to happen here soon. As you can hear, I am being pushed out as well.
You're such a camping fucking rat, dude.
Indeed I am, my friend. Indeed I am. So we ended up getting that kid. I honestly thought that was more than one guy. And I see this LTV. I'm going to try to hide from it. Ended up getting sniped at just ever so slightly. And we're going to grab a munitions box for smoke grenades. I want to make sure that I'm able to have more smoke grenades so that in case I need to rotate, I will be able to do it pretty easily and quickly. All right, so we are getting sniped out from the top of the hill, but I am going to try to sit here for a second and try to beam that. All right, so let's go back on down. Not in a terrible spot. Again, there's not really a lot of aggression. I'd love to play aggressive right now, but there's not really the opportunity for it. I'm going to be just pushing into a team who most likely has foresight and knows where I am. Beautiful shot, Mr. Lawlet. Beautiful shots right there from the GOAT himself. Ended up getting gunned down. Hit some really good shots. His centering was just slightly better than mine. Really good game right there. 7th place in solo quads in a very sweaty lobby. I hope that you learned something from that. And if you did, make sure you guys like the video and subscribe for more content. Thank you so much for tuning in.